welcome to Security Fundamentals. My name is Sarah Alali. I work at Microsoft and I will be your trainer for this session. I have PhD in computer science and over 10 years experience in teaching, training, and also in conducting research. And I have passion, guess for what? Is for technology, and I love to learn new things. Security and compliance are essential aspects of any organization that deals with data and information. Security refers to the protection of data and systems from unauthorized access, use, modification, or destruction, while compliance refers to the adherence to laws, regulations, standards, and policy that govern how data and information are handled. This course covers 6 different sessions. You are encouraged to watch one or more sessions. In this 5th session, we are going to discover Microsoft Defender XDR. So, let's start. As a reminder, all the materials for this session and the first one can be found on the learning path at aka.ms/sc900. So let's start with the learning objective of the session 5. In this session, we will describe threat protection with Microsoft Defender XDR. Microsoft Defender XDR is an enterprise defense suite that protects against sophisticated cyber attacks. The Microsoft Defender XDR suite protects your email and collaboration with Microsoft Defender for Office 365. Protects also your endpoints with Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Protect your applications with Microsoft Defender for Cloud App. It protects your identity also with Microsoft Defender for Identity. In addition, Microsoft Defender Vulnerability Management delivers continuous access visibility, intelligent risk-based assessment, and built-in remediation tools. And like most of the services, it integrates well with Microsoft Security Copilot. So let's look into each of these services. Let's start with Microsoft Defender for Office 365. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 is a seamless integration into your Office 365 subscription that provides protection against threats that arrive in email, links, URLs, attachments, or collaboration tools like SharePoint, Teams, and Outlook. Defender for Office 365 provides real-time views of threats and tools you can use to stay ahead of potential threats. Microsoft Defender for Office 365, which is available in 2 plans, Microsoft Defender for Office 365 Plan 1 and Plan 2, safeguards organizations against malicious threats by providing admins and system operations, SecOps teams, a wide range of capabilities. These capabilities can be categorized into preventing and detecting threats, investigating threats, and responding to threats. To help organizations prevent and detect email and collaboration-based threats, Microsoft Defender Office 365 uses policies for anti-malware and anti-spam and anti-phishing. It uses safe attachments that provide an additional layer of protection against malware. It uses attack simulation training, which allows admin to run realistic attack scenarios in your organization and can do much more. To help organizations investigate email and collaboration-based threats, it uses audit log search, message trace capabilities, and also Explorer, also known as Threat Explorer. Finally, to help organizations respond to email and collaboration-based threats, it uses zero-hour auto-purge that retroactively detects and neutralizes malicious phishing, spam, and malware, and much more. Another great feature of Microsoft Defender is endpoint protection. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint is a platform designed to help enterprise networks protect endpoints, including laptops, phones, tablets, personal computers, access points, routers, and firewall. It does so by preventing, detecting, investigating, and responding to advanced threats. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint has many functionality and let me explain to you some of them. It has Core Defender Vulnerability Management that uses a risk-based approach to discovery, assessment, prioritization, and remediation of endpoint vulnerabilities and misconfiguration. We have also Attack Surface Reduction that provides the first line of defense in the stack by ensuring configuration settings are properly set and exploit mitigation techniques are applied. The capability resists attacks and exploitation. It includes also next generation protection. Think of this as your next generation antivirus plus more. Moreover, it includes endpoint detection and response that provides advanced attack detection that are near real-time and actionable. This is only some of the features. You could read more about them in the documentation in the Microsoft Learn. Moving into the cloud increases the flexibility for your staff and your employees. However, it can add different complexities and new challenges for your organization. You have to think of keeping your app secure while you are allowing people to access them from different parts of the world. To help you with that, we have Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. This delivers full protection for SaaS applications, helping you monitor and protect your cloud app data. It has the fundamental Cloud Access Security Broker (CASB) functionality. A CASB acts as a gatekeeper to broker real-time access between your enterprise users and the cloud resource they use. It has a SaaS security posture management features while enabling security teams to improve the organization's security posture. In addition, it has advanced threat protection as part of Microsoft Extended Detection and Response (XDR) solution, enabling powerful correlation of signal and visibility across the full kill chain of advanced attacks. It provides with app-to-app protection, extended the core threat scenarios to OAuth-enabled apps that have permission and privileges to critical data and resources. Alright, why not to log us in the portal and take a look at Microsoft Defender for Cloud App? Let's go! So in this demo, we are going to get interested into Microsoft Defender for Cloud App, and I'm going to look into some of the function or capabilities of Microsoft Defender for Cloud App. So from admin.microsoft.com, you could access to security, and here we'll be in the Microsoft Defender portal, and really currently, I'm interested in cloud apps, so we are going to start with Cloud Discovery. You have other menus to look at also. So when you go first in Cloud Discovery, you have access to the dashboard, and you see all the IP addresses, the users, and the traffic. And in here, I could see the app categories, and here's showing it by traffic. It could be by app, by users, by IP addresses, or upload or transactions. I see sanctioned and sanctioned. I could select, change it. Also others. Also, I have here, I could see the risk levels. So in the risk levels, I see traffic from high risk app. I could see medium risk app or low. And I could classify it by app, traffic, upload, or transactions. Also in the discovery, I have different applications. I could see sanctioned and sanctioned and others. I have also by addresses of users with the data traffic on and out. And also I have by different users in different locations and applications. So here's in the dashboard. If I go into also discovered app, I could see my applications. So I could browse by category, by the way. So from here, I'm going just to hide this a little bit so we have good view from here. So I could see the risk score of this application. And really I could organize it so sort it from the highest risk score to the lowest. So here's the most dangerous applications from my company. They could decide, for example, to take an action like block this application or unblock it. And also if I click on it, it's going to give me a view where I'm not doing really good in this score and how you could improve it really. So what is this? Doesn't have trusted certificate, or issue with password, or how it does with compliance, legal things. I'm going to sort it back, and also you have any tags. I could see also the traffic going on and out this application. I could see also the uploads that it getting, the users that are using it, and also the transactions that we have. And I have also actions to do it. And here in the actions, I could sanction it, unsanction it, I can monitor it, I could deploy, add conditional access to these applications, or work on the score of these applications, or so, or more. I could add a search or change a little bit the table settings, so how much it's showing. I could arrange the details if I want to, but here really you could do search by application. You could select by compliance risk factor. So I'm going to look by compliance risk factor. I could look by security risk factor also. I could look into maybe application that has risk score less than 5. So we could work on them. And I could also look by unsanctioned or sanctioned applications. In the discovered resource also, if I have any resource that are discovered, will show in here. I have also IP addresses, where here going to show me the top 100 IP addresses with the traffic, the upload, transaction that happened on this. I could also access to it and look on it in a dashboard, the transaction, total traffic and uploads. I could look into discovered app for this IP address, and also user history with this IP address who accessed from this IP address. I have 2 users in here. I could look also in my users and how they are behaving. For example, I choose this, and I could have also a dashboard of transaction, traffic, and upload, downloads. I could look into discovered app for these users, and also IP address history with these users, or related to the behavior of this user. Getting back to cloud discovery. So in here I'm looking into this snapshot report that I'm using. I could create a snapshot report if I want to. So for that, I get from this menu, and then I could just give a report name, description, and I have just to select my appliance. Could be any point, or my Barracuda, for example, point. We have a Cisco also firewall, or any source of data that I have. Once I'm happy with that, I just upload the traffic, and I will have a dashboard that giving me the information related to that. Also in here, I have actions, so I could create cloud discovery snapshot. I could suggest a new app. I could generate cloud discovery executive report. I could block app if I want to. Now I could move on to cloud app catalog. And in cloud app catalog, I could look into all the applications. I have also view in their score risk. So I could have a view in the risk score. I could also do actions related to application. I could also add policy from the search if I want to. I could also in here browse by category for my application. For example, I could look into social network. And from here, I have all the social network applications. I could decide, for example, to block all social network applications if I want to. I have also activity logs. And in activity logs, I could look into the activity that has been made by my users. So I have different type of activities: search, validate, log on, etc. You could see it also by users, by applications, by IP addresses. I could also put a filter. For example, I'm interested in Microsoft 365, so I put a filter and get that. I could select specific user to see the activity of that specific user. I could just enter an IP address. I could, for example, search by activity if I'm interested into some activity who deleted something or who logged in. I could also restrict it by region to see what happened in a specific region. I have also policies, and we have in the policies I could manage my policies. And here in the policies we have different policies, so we could create a policy. So, or I could just look in here into a specific policy or use also any policy templates. So here, if I decide to create a policy, or for example, activity policy, it sends me to this page where I could select it from a template, or I could create it from scratch. If I decide give it a name, policy, absolutely you have to give it significant, an understandable name. So here, high severity or medium severity, and I could select threat detection or any other category that I'm interested in. I could give it a clear description, and I could act on a single activity or repeated activity. And I could put any alert I'm interested in, and once I'm happy also with the actions, I could create this policy. You could also look into policy templates, and here you have many templates that you could work directly from, and you just select one of the templates and look what inside it and create policy based on it. So if I create policy based on this template, I have already pre-filled in fields. I could just modify them a little bit. For example, here I want minimum repeated action or activities to be like 38, and for like 3 minutes to do whatever I want to do. Once I'm happy with this, I could just create this policy with the right name. Well, that's all what I want to show you for this demo. Thank you for your attention. Microsoft Defender for Identity is a cloud-based security solution. It uses your on-premises identity infrastructure servers data called signals to identify, detect, and investigate advanced threats, compromised identity, and malicious insider actions directed to your organization. At a high level, the way Microsoft Defender for Identity works is as follows. First, Microsoft Defender for Identity uses software-based sensors installed on your on-prem identity infrastructure servers. The Defender for Identity sensors accesses the event log it requires directly from the servers. After the log and network traffic are parsed by the sensor, Defender for Identity sends only the parsed information in the Defender for Identity cloud service. The Defender for Identity Cloud Service uses the signals obtained to deliver an identity threat detection and response IDTR solution. Microsoft Defender for Identity helps security professionals managing a hybrid environment and the functionality to prevent a breach, detect threats, investigate suspicious activity, and respond to attacks. Now let's talk about Microsoft Defender Vulnerability Management. This delivers asset visibility, intelligent assessments, and built-in remediation tools for Windows, macOS, Linux, Android, iOS, and network devices. Like we can see in the image, we have three pillars. First, continuous asset discovery and monitoring. Defender Vulnerability Management uses built-in and agentless scanners to continuously monitor and detect risk in your organization even when devices aren't connected to the corporate network. Then we have risk-based intelligent prioritization. Risk-based intelligent prioritization focuses on emerging threats to align the prioritization of security recommendations with vulnerabilities currently being exploited in the world and emerging threats that pose the highest risk. It also pinpoints active breaches and protects high-value assets. Finally, we have remediation and tracking. And remediation and tracking enable security administrator and IT administrator to collaborate and seamlessly remediate issues with built-in workflows. Threat intelligence analysts struggle with balancing a breadth of threat intelligence and gestion with the analysis of which threat intelligence poses the biggest threat to their organization and industry. Similarly, vulnerability intelligence analysts battle correlating their asset inventory with common vulnerabilities and exposures information to prioritize the investigation and remediation of the most critical vulnerability associated with their organization. So, Microsoft Defender Threat Intelligence addresses these challenges by aggregating and enriching critical data sources and displaying them in an innovative, easy-to-use interface. Analysts can then correlate indicators of compromise with related articles, actor profile, and vulnerabilities. Defender TI also lets analysts correlate with follow Defender TI licenses users within their tenant on investigations. Microsoft Defender Threat Intelligence, or TI, functionality include many of these. One, threat analytics that help you as an analyst understand how emerging threats impact your organization environment. Also, two, Intel Profiles, which is a definitive source of Microsoft shareable knowledge and track of threat actors, malicious tools, and vulnerabilities. And three, Intel Explorer, where analysts can quickly scan new featured articles and perform search for intelligence gathering. And four, we have Intel Projects, where users can create projects that organize indicators of compromise from an investigation and contain associated artifact and a detailed history. The Microsoft Defender portal combines protection, detection, investigation, and response to asset device, email, and collaboration and cloud apps in a central portal. It provides a view to the security health of your organization and helps security admins and operations teams to manage and protect their organization. We will look at this portal in a demo in a moment. Good news that like most of the Microsoft security services, Copilot integration is experienced through the standalone and embedded experiences. In the standalone experience, you will have just to enable plugin to support integration with Microsoft Defender XDR. There are two separate plugins that support integration with Microsoft Defender XDR. First, Microsoft Defender XDR, and the second one is Natural Language to KQL for Microsoft Defender XDR. You can then use built-in Defender incident, investigation prompt book, or create your own. In the embedded experience, this is referred to as Copilot in Microsoft Defender XDR. Copilot in Microsoft Defender XDR enables security teams to quickly and efficiently investigate and respond to incidents through the Microsoft Defender XDR portal. And with Copilot in Microsoft Defender XDR, you can summarize incidents, have guided response, do script analysis, make natural language to KQL queries, and also do incidents reports. All right, let's jump to the portal and see Microsoft Defender XDR. In this demo, we want to show you the XDR portal. So for that, from the admin.microsoft.com, we're going to access to security. And in here, we are in the Microsoft Defender portal. So in the home, we have a different card. So we could see the SOC optimization, the Sentinel automation, Sentinel data connectors. I could see other cards. I could move card from one place to another. I could look into the secure score in here, put it in a more interesting place. For example, I could decide from here to remove a card or to add a card. So for example, here I don't have security new feeds and I'm interested in, I just click on it and it does exist in my dashboard. So I have it now, the security news feed, that I could look at it from here. In Microsoft Defender XDR, so I have here in the left many menus that take me to all the functionalities or the component of Microsoft Defender XDR. So I get to see here Cloud App that we have already seen it before. I could also go into exposure management. So I have many menus from attack surface. So it has a list, the map and attack paths that I could go into them. So I could access to attack surface map for my organization, and attack path automatically generates attack paths based on the data collected across assets and workload, and is going to simulate attack scenario and identify for me vulnerabilities and weakness that an attacker could exploit. I have also here exposure insight also. And in exposure insight, I could see initiatives, metrics, recommendations, and event. And in Microsoft Security Exposure Management, we have continuously aggregated security posture data and insight across workload and resources, and this is going to be in a single pipeline. Also, we have the secure score in here, and this is a really great feature that is going to provide a breakdown of the score and the improvement action that can boost the organization's score and how well the organization's career score compared to other similar organizations. That give me a really good view on that. I have also in here investigation and response, and really here I have different menu. I have incidents and alerts, and from here we could view the incidents or individual alert from a different Microsoft Defender XDR solution, from identity, cloud app, Office 365 and identity, and other Microsoft solution including Sentinel, Defender for Cloud, Intra, and Purview. I have also here hunting, and from here I can build custom detection rules and hunt for specific threats in my environment. I have also action and submissions, and this is the unified action center that brings together remediation actions across Microsoft Defender for Endpoint and Microsoft Defender for Office 365. It's going to list pending and completed remediation actions for my devices, emails, and collaboration content, and also identities in one location. So in this, from Exchange Online Mailbox, admins can also use the submission page in the Microsoft Defender portal that will help them to submit messages or URLs and attachment to Microsoft for analysis. Also, we have a pattern catalog, and this lists supported technology patterns and professional services that can help me really help your organization enhance the detection, investigation, and threat intelligence capabilities of your platform. And here we have also threat intelligence, and from here tab users, or you can access to Microsoft Defender threat intelligence and the capabilities the solution support. So we have threat analytics, Intel profiles, Intel Explorer, and Intel projects. We have also assets, and in here you can view and manage your organization's inventory of protected and discovered assets from devices, identities, cloud infrastructure. We have also here Microsoft Sentinel, and some Microsoft Sentinel capabilities also are available in here. So we could see, for example, search, threat management, and configuration. We have also identities. We could look at them, and here in identities, we could see that all dashboard for identities, and I have like node map to functionality associated with Microsoft Defender for identities. So dashboard is going to provide critical insight and real-time data about identity threat detection and response, ITDR. And also the health issue page lists any current health issues for your Defender for endpoint. And also here we have in endpoints, we can see in this navigation different tools to protect your devices and endpoints, from vulnerability management that helps you manage vulnerabilities and other risk source on devices. And from here you can access the vulnerability management dashboard, recommendation, remediation, weaknesses, and more. And we have also partner and API, and from here you can select connected application and API Explorer. And you have also configuration management, and from here you can view device configuration management dashboard. And you can also define endpoint policies and track deployment if you want to. I have also email and collaboration, and here's really you can find everything related to Microsoft Defender for Office 365 functionality that's going to allow you to track and investigate threats to your users' emails and track campaign and much more. Here again, Cloud App, and this is we have looked at it previously. Where you could manage your cloud app. We have SOC optimization, and in here you have SOC optimization surface that's going to help you optimize your security controls, gaining more value from Microsoft security services as time goes on. And also you have reports, where you have unified in the Microsoft Defender portal admin that helps you start with general security report and branch into specific reports about endpoints, email collaboration, cloud app, infrastructure, and identities. We have also here Learning Hub, and the Learning Hub is going to link your Microsoft Learn, where you can get access to training course, tutorials, documentation, etc. Also, we have here system, and in the system you have audit, you have also permissions, you have settings, and in permission you can assign rules permission for different Microsoft Defender XDR solutions. And in the setting you can also configure your Defender XDR solution that are part of Microsoft Defender XDR and Microsoft Sentinel. And if you want to customize your navigation to remove maybe some tools that are showing or add them, so you could do it from here. Let's get back to Secure Score. And here we could view our Secure Score. And in here, so I see that we have really low Secure Score. Hopefully this is just a demo environment, and we have breakdown points by category where I could improve my score and where I'm not doing it really good. And also it gives me a quick view on actions to review, so different actions that I could do and how it's going to impact my score. So for example, here ensure multi-factor authentication is enabled for all users, and it's going to add plus 2.29% in my secure score, which is a really big number. We have also a history of what I have done before to improve my secure score. And in the top, if I get back, I have the recommended actions, how to do them, the steps to follow, and really gives you many details on how to do it, description, how to implement it, implementation steps, and any history of working on that previously. I have also metric and trends, and in here you could see the improvement of my secure score during time. All right, that's all for this demo. In this session, we have learned about Microsoft Defender XDR. Remember that all these materials is available for free for you on aka.ms/sc900. This concludes our session. There are many ways to continue your learning journey. We encourage you to watch other videos in this class or search out your next favorite topic on Microsoft Learn.